I'm Luke Servelt. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Gaffer. For a while now, I've been putting it out there in the world that I would love it if lighting manufacturers would come out with a comprehensive line, a family, if you will, of full color units. Up till now, that's been true in panel lights and matte lights. Those are easier to make full color. It's not been so true in cob lights. Now, Felix, as a company, has Fresnels that has a pretty comprehensive range. But in cob lights, it's been a little bit more hit or miss. And so we have, like in Nanlite, they've got this 60C full color, and then Nanlux has the 900C full color, but nothing really in between. So then what you have is like the Aputure 600C in the middle. And then there's some Amaran units. There are some other manufacturers that have color units. There's the 1500, from Aputure, so on the top end. But again, sort of a whole nother unit, and that's RGB WW. Now, with the 1200X, we have a tunable white unit that also has green magenta, and if you dug in with XY, you could get some color out of it, but it's not sort of a full color yet. And here we have the 80C. So the Storm 80C is similar to the 1200X in that it has the Blair light engine, but they've added cyan and green to the Blair, to the blue, lime, amber, indigo, red. And now you've got the cyan and green. So now you've got fuller spectrum, you've got the extra blue for daylight, all those things, but now it's coming out as the 80C. So here we are at sort of the small unit, and it's answering a lot of desires that we've had as people on the ground that are using these units. We're wanting a really smart form factor, something that's like the old Inky, Tweeny, that sort of size with good output and internal CRMX. And now here we've got the locking Bowens mount. This is the mini size. And then you've got IP rated as well, all in this form factor that is fantastic. I mean, and in a sense, it's sort of the answer to the Nanlite. The Nanlite 60C has now just come out with internal CRMX. You can even update the older units that you have, but the sort of version 2 is out, and that's great. Not quite IP rated, I don't think. And then on the high end, you've got the 900C. Well, not to be outdone, Aputure has announced at the same time the 1000C. So just it's sort of the larger sibling to the 80C. And same locking Bowens like the 1200X, same ballast. It's all basically the same form factor as the 1200X, just not quite the same output. But still, because you've got that Blair-CG engine, you've got all those colors working for you to get your white. So similar to the sort of 900C, here we are, keeping up with the Joneses. And each time a company comes out with something to answer the other company, we get some, new additions. We get the locking, we get the, just added things. So here I added my own little clamp so that I could have the battery close on the yoke. In this case, it's already affixed to the yoke. And in fact, the yoke can come off. It has it's locking on one side, but this can be pulled out you can take off the yoke, and now you have 4 points that you can, put a pin onto. What a nifty way to be able to now put it wherever you want with rigging points. So if you've noticed, this is the smaller Bowens, right? Now that's quite similar. If we line these up, it's almost the same, but not quite. So even though they're both the mini, this intensifier is not going to fit on the Aputure, on the 80C. So they've got their own, and there you go. We'll put them next to each other so you can see. And same goes for the Fresnel. That will not fit either. So they've got their own Fresnel, and let's put those on. And we'll lock it. There we go. And 15 to 45. So a little deeper. This guy's a little shorter, a little squatter, maybe a little heavier, but very similar, right? And then what you also get with the 80C is an extra handle. And so this handle can go to any of those points. Now that would be another area that you could grab onto either with your hand for handheld or with rigging. And then it also gives you a place to put a battery or the AC adapter for mains power. And then on top of that, here's another little added innovation. And so now you have a little hard dome to put on the front of your unit. You could put that into, some kind of a ball, a larger paper lantern potentially, or into a lamp fixture possibly. Lots of different opportunities because of the rigging points, which is nice. This adapter that came with the 60C that goes from mini to regular Bowens, that as well doesn't quite go. It almost goes, not quite. So I think there is one coming for this unit that will work. I also tried the small dome with the mini adapter. It's so close, but not quite. And then just to point out that this unit is a cob unit. It's a COB. It's a chip on board. If you just have this on like this, it's going to be a very broad light. Here, we'll put the yoke back on. And these are captured, so it's not going to get lost, which is nice. You have to sort of find that hole, and you don't want to strip it, so sometimes it's maybe better to push it through first and then let the teeth grab it that way. We put our V-mount battery on there, plug it in, comes on, and we've got it at 1%. Given this, let's say if we just aim it to the back here and we pump up the volume, just, very even field, right? That's kind of the beauty of this cob. If you don't have any kind of modifier in front of it, it has a very nice even field. Oh, well, just because we're here, let's throw this on. And the thing I wanted to point out, here we'll just go to 0.1. And what's nice is that there's a difference between 0.1 and 0.2. So even in the low registry, you have some variance. That's not always true. But the difference between a unit like this and what we had from Aputure before was, this unit, so this is the 60X, And the 60X is more dado-like in that there are extra lenses in here to do the job of a Fresnel without needing to put a Fresnel on top of it. You still have a spot mount that you can put on it if you want to put gobos, if you want to cut it with blades. But this approach I really like, because now you don't have to put a Fresnel on it. You don't have that front heaviness. It's all working in the unit as is. And so my thought earlier was like, hey, keep this sort of form factor for the sort of smaller output units in your line, and then go to Cobb for the larger ones. But I totally understand why you would just start with Cobb and then continue on, because it's a type of output that everybody's familiar with. So then you know when there's nothing in front of it, you have just a very even source. And then if I'm going to put modifiers, if I'm going to put any kind of other accessories, adapters on it, then I can change the unit and it will all sort of function the same way, rather than having half of your line be Fresnel-ish and the rest not. Or like what Felix does is just make them all Fresnel, but then you're kind of purpose built, and then you have to have lots of different units to do all the things you want. And it might do them incrementally better, but for the vast majority of folks out there, having a unit like this, which I always go back to the idea where I believe this sort of came from, which was K5600 Joker. That idea gives you so many different opportunities because you have this approach. For me, I'm really excited because this is what I've been asking for a while. And it will spur competition. It will continue to give us the tools that we need to give our DPs everything they want. And that's good for everybody. So maybe our politics will be messy, but our lighting will be sweet. Now check this out. This is the Neewer HB80c. And it's a very small form factor unit as well. That's full color. This is at a 65 watt output. This is full into a dome that they also sent me. So yeah, it's got it all going on, and you can put it into HSI. Let's see, here's our output, and yeah, just go around the wheel. So it's coming. Full color is definitely here to stay and getting better and better. So even these folks at Neewer, oh yeah, XY. So now you can go the gamut of your XY coordinates in a light that is like this. So here, let's see. Let's just go to regular daylight again, CCT, and let me just pull it off here. Pop this off. Now let's just turn the tables a minute and talk about this guy. So this is quite different, obviously much brighter in this little globe, but I wanted to show you just this unit. And so here it's charging now. I had it up there in the dome, and it has an internal battery. So on the outside, it's got full-size Bowens, and then it has an internal battery, and it's quite surprising the amount of options that it gives you. So if I turn it on, I can show you party mode, and then if you hit the button, you can go, let's see, that gets you into it. And that's just so you can change the different things. But here, this is mode. So mode, that's CCT. What is this? This is something else. Oh yeah, these are different FX. Okay. And then another mode is Lee colors, Roscoe colors, and XY, XY. You know, I mean, everybody's getting into it, so it's awesome. And here you have RGB and cool white, warm white. And then this is just regular CCT with green magenta. So that full color gives you all these options. And then you can, there's an infinity, there's a fan, there's, and then it tells you what, how hot your unit is. So it got pretty warm there while I was taping this, and then eventually the battery ran out, and so now I've plugged it in and we're charging it. But yeah, pretty wild for this form factor, and it just means that there is color out there for everyone. All these manufacturers put it to use a little bit differently and gives us lots of different options. So there you go. Innovation continues. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. I had a chance to put the Storm 80C to use on a end of the year Christmas corporate video. Here I'm smacking it into a Muzz flop just for a little added fill for this person here in the green shirt in the back there. So here off and on, you can just see just a little bit of added fill coming in. On one side I had the Nanlite 900C and a Fresnel. On the other side I had the Aputure 1000C. Can't wait for the Fresnel. Here we're in someone's house and we're shooting some product. So I just needed really small units. I've got some Pavo Slim mats and then some 60Cs with the ellipsoidal mount. But the Aputure 80C came into use to hit into a Data Light E-Flect, and that's creating a nice background pattern. And here's the inimitable Ernie Kunze doing some field work. All right. See you later.
See ya.